Rightio, the Four Wheel Drive podcast powered by Tyrepower. A little bit of an interesting setup today, Jaden. Bit of a difference in the chair across from me. I've got my brother Josh in town. How are you, mate?
Well, thank you, mate. Thanks for having me.
10 minutes ago, you didn't know you were going to be on our show.
Correct.
The great R. Dahl, who sometimes does this to us, we'll just ring in and say, boys can't make it today. And you've been chauffeuring me around in the Ranger, actually.
Yep.
Which is still in my midst, but
enjoyable ride,
mate. What are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing?
Over here for the week, mate. Visiting you, of course.
Did I mention that you were my brother? Did I say that?
You did. Yep.
Did I say that?
I think so.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah,
no worries. Just to give some context.
You just want everyone to know.
Some random guy on the street that would just say, "Mate, what are you doing for the next hour?"
Yeah. First and foremost, far from Ronny Dahl, I've got no experience in four-wheel driving as such. But,
have you ever owned a four-wheel drive?
I have driven a four-wheel drive. I haven't owned it. Dad had the Ford Courier.
The old Ford Courier. Yeah.
Bit of a sore spot for you, mate. Couldn't learn manually.
That is the we have spoken about that at length. We can leave that there. Thanks, Josh.
No worries. So that was the only four-wheel drive experience, mate. But over here for the week visiting you and Loz.
Yes.
Bit of footy for you this week and family coming over and about to take off overseas for a little bit.
You are, mate. So that's the thing. And I should probably mention the Southern River Band, which you didn't hear because you don't have an earpiece in. That they played Let It Ride. They bring us into the show because I know, actually you know that. You're an avid listener.
Yep.
Four-wheel drive podcast. Four-wheel drive podcast, just type us in. You'll find us anywhere so we can get into this chat. And we'll pump up Tyrepower. Guess how many stores in WA alone they have?
WA.
Not Australia, just WA.
14.
Mate.
That's doing it rough, is it?
Tyrepower, we laugh at that, mate. We laugh at that. 58.
Yeah, nice.
58 stores in WA alone. Now, talk a little bit more about, just to give people a bit of a background.
Yep.
No four-wheel driving.
No.
But you've done a fair bit of camping in your time.
For sure. Yep.
Talk about your setup after you sort of graduated school, what you aimed to do with a certain vehicle that you bought.
Yep.
But talk us through that, what you did
sure.
with
so
that
I think,
setup.
preface saying four-wheel drive was probably a lack of cash. So couldn't quite get there. Didn't have the money to kind
You've
of
been
finance
working
that.
in construction most of your
Been
life,
working in construction. Finished school, had the VE Commodore, and just loved going away in that to start with.
So you camped out the back of that.
Camped out the back
if you
of
were
that.
going anywhere.
Esky, little cooktop.
Yeah.
Did the trick. Couple of southeast coast trips. Down west coast Victoria. Loved it. Saved up a bit of cash. Went up to Mildura with Dad one day and got a Volkswagen Transporter. So a bit different than the four-wheel drive listeners.
Yep.
But loved that. Tried to treat it as a four-wheel drive. Take it where I could.
Yeah.
Endless memories in that. So up the east coast, all the way up to the Goldie and above there, and over to Robe in South Australia. Didn't quite get out into the dunes, but
no, fair enough, mate.
Yeah, awesome fun.
But you have done some travel, and that's like this show. That's what it's about. So your lack of four-wheel driving is absolutely fine. I actually have a lack of four-wheel driving myself. I don't do a whole lot of it. I just tend to talk about it. But talk about what you did to the what was it, transporter? Yeah, transporter. Yeah. So you had a couple of nice little mods in that on. So talk through your camp setup in the V-Dub.
So fortunately, most of them were bought with it. But we had...
That's the reason, though, you picked this one too, because it was set up to go.
Yeah. So great on fuel. So it was 1.9 litre or something, sweet FA power. And then I had solar on top, bed in the back, fridge. Called it the lounge room, little space between the front two seats and the bed there.
Yep.
Had the turnaround
had the
chair.
Swivel chair,
the swivel chair.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big...
So that was your rest area?
Correct. So if you kind of pulled up, a bit rainy, and that's one thing I did like, actually, which I think the van's got over the four-wheel drive. You can park up and you're done.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do.
Absolutely. Yep.
Good for stealth mode as well, if you ever want to kind of, pick a place where you're not supposed to be camping.
Yeah, which you never would have done. That's
no,
right.
Of course not, no. So you pulled up in that, swivel chair, turn around, you can kind of make it a bit more inhabitable. Went away with mates, went away with a partner. It was great. It was a bit more space in there.
Yeah.
And then nothing too much. Cut the drawers out the back. You kind of lift up the tailgate and there was a bit of protection and awning out the side. So kept it simple, but it's kind of what 10 grand got you.
What do you reckon you were inspired by? Because I think I know this, but just for those, explain what inspired you to sort of get into one of those, because I think I know where you're going to take it. I could be surprised, but take us through that.
So our Uncle Scratcher is the main one. Is that what you're picking? Yep. So he, avid traveller. So I think, I remember when he used to come home from trips overseas and would sit around our kitchen table for hours just staring at him, listening. So, maybe...
A worldly man.
Very worldly man. I think he probably got a van, maybe early 2010s, probably 5 years, 6 years before I did, and just started going on these trips. And we'd go for a surf together, and I'd just look at this thing and think, far out, how good would that be to have?
Yep.
And then I kind of realised, well, I suppose you had your four-wheel drive too, and we've had plenty of trips in that where I've utilised your four-wheel drive. But I think I realised that this was probably more for me, potentially more so suited to the East Coast. So
definitely. We've spoken about that a bit on this channel early on.
Yep.
The van suits that really well. There's not as much off-roading along that beach, which you've stuck to the coast a lot. You can't hit the sand. You're pulling up,
stick to the car park,
grass campsites or the bitumen.
And that's kind of what I preferred. Like I do enjoy four-wheel driving, but for me, high country, Victoria, for instance, like obviously big playground, but that wasn't high on my list. So. That was the inspiration, mate. And then
Uncle Scratch.
Yeah, Uncle Scratch. So found the one.
We had a nice setup on his.
Very nice setup.
Like, yeah. Probably a little bit hot, a bit more of a budget.
Yeah, well, I think he didn't go through 3 gearboxes like I did.
You ended up having some issues, didn't you?
I did have a lot of issues. So anyhow, I don't buy a Volkswagen 2005 model.
Still doing the rounds in Victoria.
But that was the inspiration.
Yeah, and I think that sort of. I was going to lead into somewhere there because it made sense. East Coast. I'm going to get there. Campsites, bitumen.
Park enough.
Sorry, that's where I was going. Yep. Time for you. You were obviously you were straight out of school.
Yep.
Full-time study, working as well. Yep. Straight in from uni to full-time work.
Yep.
And to the point where you are now, working some long hours, some big weeks.
Yep.
And that's part of the reason you're about to move overseas and do all that. But you were time poor as well. And I think so the places you were accessing, they were, one, easy to get to. 2, there was no fussing around when you got there. And 3, you wanted to pull up and just be able to enjoy yourself without, so you weren't chasing hard tracks because you couldn't spend all day going through a track that, might take you 3 hours to complete, were you?
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny you say that. Like I was only watching the one of the shows this morning where they're at Fraser Island. You can see people just lined up for 3 hours waiting for their go.
Yeah.
That was my big thing. 4 weeks annual leave a year, you're going to use it wisely. So I think we talked about. I went with a mate up the East Coast all the way out to the Goldie, actually, Matty Go, and we spoke
the Go
about
bucket.
The Go bucket.
Yeah, nice.
We spoke about we had 10 days. Let's just go for it. And I think a big part of that was. Well, and credit to people in WA, they seem to drive for days just to get to a spot. But we could drive from where we were in Melbourne, Boxing Day. I think we were in Wollongong that night. And then you get into your Southwest Rocks and all that north of Sydney. A day later and your trip starts. So that was pretty nice. And I think the biggest thing is, you pull up beachside. Like I just don't see too many camping sites where you can set up a rooftop tent, whatever it is, set up a swag. And not get pulled up there.
Well, you took the wagon as well before you even got the van to the South Coast. South, didn't you?
That was a bit more sketchy, but that was good. That was an esky.
That's stealth mode on steroids.
On steroids. That was a lack of equipment. That's what that was. But that was that was a little $20 esky and a cooktop. And
it's perfect though that you probably we've probably moved away from that on our show a little bit, haven't we? And it's nice to just get back to the roots of what it is, it's the basics, and it's getting out there and having a bit of fun with whatever you've got, which is a part of the reason we almost started this whole show. Favourite spot that you went to? Keep it East Coast because I want to touch on the West. And I've taken this. We've gone. Jaden asked us to do 2 segments here, and I was like, "Hey,
no, this is perfect.
Just get going.
Keep going.
Favourite spot on that side of the country, East Coast?
Bermagui for me.
Bermagui, South Coast and New South.
South Coast and New South Wales. That whole area, you've got Browley, Bermagui, Merimbula.
It's magic, isn't it?
Magic spot. Not the easy to get to from Sydney. Not the easiest to get to from Melbourne. You kind of got to go via Malakuta and up that way.
Yeah. There's no real direct route because otherwise you'd be cutting right through sort of
you can go up the Hume and go north of.
But you cut across that way.
Yeah, but it's 10 hours.
It's indirect.
Correct. Funnily enough, not a great spot for. It is like a good spot for 4-wheel drive, caravan, anything really. Caravan park there on the water. Pubs 100 metres down the road. Woolworths 100 metres around the corner. Can't ask for much more.
So you park up
now. Park up the caravan park and get a pretty good.
So that's where Jade and we went. So Lauren and I on our trip down there, we on Josh's recommendation, like one spot you cannot miss. We're driving from the. What did we come from Malakuta the night before? Anyway, I had a rough night in Malakuta. Wind coming in sideways, rain, swag. Lauren's first night, like we'd come from Melbourne, so we'd been at Josh's place in Melbourne. Hit Malakuta, and it's just not what you're after when you're taking the missus camping for the first night. But anyway, good spirit. She got on with it, and anyway, driving up to Bermagui. and these massive big smoke plumes are just geez, this doesn't look real good. Like up here, getting closer. It's like starting to figure out this might be exactly where we are going. Yeah. Anyway, we pull into town. Within like an hour of checking into our site at that caravan park where Joshy recommended, we rolled the swag out, set it all up, got everything going. We sort of kept everything else in the car though. Actually, we mightn't have even set up the swag.
I feel like you had a photo at the Woolworths or something.
Yeah, we mightn't have even set up the swag. Yeah. But anyway, power cut out to the town. Fire trucks, helicopters start coming into town everywhere. Town is shut down. And if you don't have permanent accommodation, there was none to get basically. So we were camping. So they were like, you can't camp. Like you're not camping here. And I was like, well, but we can't exactly exit town right now. Like we're not. There's nowhere to go. Yeah. So we're sitting on. So a lot of people from their houses came out to sit on the hill. Right. And just they're like, it's a bit riskier down there. We're coming into town, parked up with some food and some drinks and the dogs. And we just sat there. We actually met this legend of a fella who offered us his place. He said, if it gets night time, I'm going to go back and I'm going to sleep there because my house isn't highly at risk, but I'm just not going to take any chances while I can. Yep. So offered us to stay at his house. But mate, that is so incredible. We will took his number. We'll give you a call if we need to. Yep. There was a window to get out of town, got out of town, and then went up there. Yep. So all our trip basically was like, we're going to travel across from the west. We're going to go to Melbourne. We'll visit Joshy. We're going to take off and we're hitting Burma. We're doing 2 or 3 nights there. I can't remember what we're doing. But our whole East Coast trip, and we ended up in Noosa. That was the spot that we wanted to get to most, and we spent 4 hours there. Hightailed out of town.
You might have needed a van, mate. You would have parked up parked up on the street.
Oh, mate, we were homeless for 4 hours. Narooma, though, where we stayed in this, and that was only, I don't know how far north, half an hour north of there.
Yeah, I get confused with
beautiful caravan park in amongst the trees, right on the water.
On the water, yeah.
Oh, mate, it actually fell into our laps a little bit because we absolutely love that spot. But anyway, now. We've got a segment on here, Joshy, which is one that we had to do from the old boss over there. Autoline, Teo range. Yep. It's called a Teo Timeout. Now, it came up on us just as we were chatting before here when we thought that we might have to do this segment. Yep. But we're going to go over west now, right? Yep. So, I want to tie in the Teo Timeout with what we were actually chatting about earlier on today and just some good memories that we had in the Ranger. That was part of the reason we were talking about it. We're sitting in there. And obviously some music that triggered a memory of ours. Yep. That was a different story for me, but then we ended up going in there. You know, like how music can remind you of a situation or a time in your life. Sure. So the Teo Timeout, this is about taking a step back and just having a look. Yep. Our trip up north that we did to the Big Turks. Yep. Newman, across to Exmouth, Coral Bay, Kalbarri, Jurien, back down. Give us your biggest Teo Timeout moment up there, where you remember just stepping back and thinking, this is living. Because I've got one in my mind that I'd love to share about you, and it was cool to see as your brother. It was cool to see you in that moment. But give us a Teo Timeout on that trip.
Yeah. I reckon Carragini. I reckon some of those swimming holes. Far out. There's multiple. I haven't thought of that long enough, but I think Carragini for me
stands out.
Those swimming holes, and we probably talk about Golden Hour. We got at a nice time. The sun really hitting those red rocks, and I think we spoke about it today. Actually, we've got the same lock screen on our phone.
Yeah, didn't know that actually.
Yeah, similar photo.
I've changed my lock screen away from Lauren. Apologies to my brother, standing on top of a bit of like a lookout at Carragini there with literally that sun shining on that rock is just it's incredible.
And I must say, my own lock screen isn't me, just for that clarity.
Yeah, it's just been similar.
It's a very similar scene. Yeah. That for me, but multiple, as you say, multiple times up there. But I think swimming there, we kind of freed up a little bit. There wasn't a heap of traffic. Yeah. Big day, big drive out there. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah.
Jaden's actually from Newman.
Right.
So that's his backyard. He's
that's the one, mate.
Yeah. He where you were there till you were 15, 16, weren't you?
13, 14.
13, 14. Yeah. And then you went to boarding school. So that's Jaden's backyard.
Oh, yeah.
So the moment I want to share now, I thought you might have gone to the time where we pulled up. We were on our way from
the Sunset Story.
The Sunset Story that I've spoken about that a million times, so I won't bore everyone. But I loved that moment. 3 mates,
for sure.
Cars pulled up. We just had to stop.
Yep.
Had to take the Teo Timeout. Had to. It was just
definitely
too good to refuse.
Yep.
The other moment for me now, it was later that night. So I don't know if you remember. So we were coming from Nullagine that day.
Yep.
We were on our way to Jigalong, and we were camping out halfway sort of across where, the way we were coming. It was getting a bit late, and we didn't need to be into Jigalong until, 9 o'clock. Do you remember when the iron ore train came past?
Incredible.
So boom gates come down on this, you know what it's like out there. It's just like random, no one around. Haven't seen anyone in I don't know how long. We just got off the dirt, to be honest.
Genuine middle of nowhere.
Yeah, genuine middle of nowhere.
Crazy.
Anyway, come across a railway crossing, and it starts flashing at us. So we pull up, and it was nice to get out of the car and have a break. All I remember was this bloke. So interested in always been interested in sort of construction and like even as far as probably like big heavy machinery, that mining, that those industries.
Yeah.
And he just rolled up to the boom gates. Like he just walked up. Sorry, like we parked the cars back a bit so we could have a piss and that, stay out of the way. And Josh, he's just like standing at the boom gates, just like arms folded, staring at the train for the whole time it was going past. And I was just like, if I'd have known about it, like it was just watching him do it. And Hammer and I are just sitting there going, what's he doing? Like, can't even see anything. It's dark. So all we had was our car lights on it. And we'd sort of switched the high beams off and that. So but anyway, that was the other moment there. I was like, you took a genuine time out.
It's funny. Yeah, you mentioned both of those. That pulling up in that sunset is incredible.
Yeah.
I think there's a nice photo we got captioned that as well.
Yeah.
Insane, just the colours and I suppose just the contrast to what I've seen East Coast. Like it was very much there. But that iron ore train, I think the biggest thing was you went past these mines and you heard so many stories about how big this industry is. And I just hadn't seen one yet. And all of a sudden you see it and you're like, well, this is 10 p.m. at night. There's no one out here yet. There's
the city's working over there.
Correct.
Like, it's 24/7, isn't it?
And there's just who know what value on that train of iron ore.
Got a lot of value on those trains.
That's actually quite a nice little Autoline Takeo sort of alignment there.
Little timeout.
Well, Takeo being a light vehicle mining specialist. Like,
right.
Yeah. So there you go.
Pretty good.
Thank you for that, mate.
Well
now,
done, mate.
I'm going to roll you into the next one. Tough Dog Tip of the Week. So we do this as well. Tough Dog, another great sponsor of ours. Any van life tip that you've got, it can be around your setup, the destinations to go, the way to drive, weight, like anything around there, anything that pops out in mind that either you would have loved to have done more or needed more back then, or things you found at the time that were really handy. If you have nothing, it is okay.
I'll go with have you set up so you can. The whole thing of a van for me is have you set up so you can go, so you can get to knock off on a Friday arvo.
Yep.
And everything's in the car.
Yep.
So you turn the key over, you're at destination in 2 hours. You know your barbecue's where it is. You know your cooktop's where it is. You know your fridge where it is.
Yep.
That'll be my biggest one.
I don't think that's van life. I think that's
set up in general.
Like, especially for if you are time poor, like you were a little bit. Sometimes getting home to then
set up,
pack everything and get it, and it's probably a little bit different in a 4-wheel drive because I can't roll around with a tray with my whole setup in there full time.
Yep.
But that's a great tip. I like it.
I think that even extends when you are at camp or wherever you are, you can leave in 2 minutes if you're running away from the Rangers, or you can you can set up quickly if you need to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get that, mate.
That would be it. Yeah, no, definitely.
No, that's good, mate. So I reckon, mate, we're going to have a little break.
Beautiful, mate. Thank you.
That's the 4-wheel drive podcast powered by Tyrepower. All right, mate. Well, you've been quality, so we're going to keep you in the seat. And I know this wasn't the deal, and you're not getting paid for this. But we're going to keep you in, and I think we have. I know I potted him at the start, but we've got Ardale coming in quite shortly, so I'll just wait for the cue from Jaden. Wow! Look at him! Look at him! Here he is.
How are you, boys?
Hey, Ronny. Ronny, this is Josh, my brother.
Nice to meet you, mate, virtually.
Oh, yeah, nice to meet you, Josh.
We sort of, he's around Perth this week, chauffeuring me around, and we just thought, mate, jump in the seat. Why not? We'll have a chat. He's done the van life, not a lot of 4-wheel driving.
You might be a bit disappointed, Ronny. I'm not really talking up 4-wheel drive too much, mate.
What do you think of the 79?
I like it. I do. I like the sound of it. I was only saying to Liam yesterday, I could set up a little payment plan maybe to take over his Ranger and then give it another 8 years and I'll take over the 79. But
like
I don't know. He hasn't
private leasing agreement he wants. But
that's a younger brother type of setup arrangement there, isn't it?
Let's just be. he's not as budget poor now, so it's
yeah.
Actually, we didn't actually mention his car at the moment, but he's a Ford man, Ronnie. Got the Territory.
You got a Territory.
I
saw one of those burnt out on the canopy.
There you go.
It might have been that one. It's waiting to go. Talk us through your hat, mate. What's going on there?
Well, so I got the Unios wrapped in PPF the other day, and there was a bit of a surprise. So just putting it out there. Wait till you see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Right. So for a bit of context for Joshy, Ronnie took the new Grenadier Quartermaster into, and he basically said, "Surprise me with the finish that you're going to give it." It's like a PDF.
Okay.
Print
on it.
Paint protection film. Yeah.
And it looks quality, and he had it done on his other two, but this one was a bit more out of his hands, so he looks pretty happy about it.
Oh mate, yeah. Look, even with that extra whack out stuff though, Chris and Jacob did to the car. Man, this car looks so hot. It's good. Oh man, so stoked with it. Yeah,
it's a hot car.
It's a hot car. Damn. That's awesome, mate. What was yesterday? You were busy yesterday doing some filming. Where were you? What were you doing?
Been a busy couple of days. So I had the Prado out on Monday.
Yep.
And took it to the dunes, put it through its paces. It got filled up with sand on the inside because Chris didn't put his windows up when he was driving it.
Someone's done that to me before, actually. So, can relate.
I'm talking like a whole sand pit.
Okay.
The outside of the car looks cleaner than the inside.
Yeah, right. Yep. That's annoying.
That's all good. It did really good there. Impressed with how the Prados handled the sand for sure. Like even with all the extra mods and the lift and everything. Yeah, it's a bit of an animal. But just a couple of things that a couple of things I'm going to talk about a bit later, like AdBlue and stuff. It's pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You're lucky you don't have to deal with that. All the next generation 70s are going to have AdBlue.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Right, in the 4 cylinders?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I believe if they're still producing the V8s, I think they also have to have them.
Right.
Like the leftover ones that, the orders they need to fulfill.
Yeah, okay.
I believe that they might have to have it too.
Jeez, right. There you go. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that's not a part of my deal.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say on the Prado, we drove past one the other day and Joshy said, geez, they look nice. And it was a stock one and it did look nice. So I do get it. But I remember our conversations around, I just don't see it as a 4-wheel drive in its stock form, just the way it is and the way it looks and mostly for what they're used for. And then Ronnie's brought his in last week.
A different style of Prado.
And it's looking a little bit different to it did at the start. And it just, I'm not surprised that it was a beast on the dunes. Like it's up, it's big slippers, it's roof rack and bars, and it's nice.
And it holds its comfort, Ronnie?
Yeah, and a whole heap of comfort. Yeah, that's it. I think one thing is stereo is wicked.
Yeah.
Killer stereo.
That's the one that's definitely
what
come
we're
out
missing,
of
Duggo. We're missing
man.
that big time.
Yeah. I'm used to it now.
Oh, yeah?
I'm definitely used to it now. Yeah. But then you hop in the Ranger today and it's just like, it's almost, or it's 8 years old. Miles better.
Way better.
Miles
you may as well
better.
carry like a Mega Boom or something in the car. Play it off it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, while we're going, Ronnie...
Oh, mate. There is no stereo in the 70. There's no speakers, man.
What are they called? Tweaker.
It's basically phone speaker.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just play music out the phone.
It's the only reason why I can actually hear mine is because there's speakers in the back of the wagon.
Ones.
Yeah.
Hey, Jaden, does a workmate come with speakers in the back?
Nah. Yeah, it does. It does.
There you go.
But they're not... I wouldn't call them speakers.
Yeah, sorry.
Something comes out of them, but it's
Frame-
whether it's the music I'm playing. I don't
Frames
know.
with cardboard in them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sticking out.
Yeah, pretty much. Couple of wires. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
It does come with
compare
speakers.
I'll compare the speakers to like the old school. You got like two empty cans and a string.
Yeah, literally. There's not a lot of bass. That's what I'm missing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not like I'm a heavy dude, but
I want to know what needs to happen to upgrade it. Like where do I go?
about $4,000, mate. And
Disregard. I don't want to know.
yeah, I've had a look, and probably not at the moment.
It's a down the line thing.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Far
Speaking of things we've got to do, Ronnie. Now, while we've got you, and I don't want to keep you too long because you're a busy man, and we appreciate you taking the time out today.
All good, man.
So the Amberdale planning stuff. Now, I think this is for all of us, minus you, mate.
Sorry, Josh.
But
You come along if you want, mate.
you might as well. So
Duggo's invited everyone we've brought on the pod so far, so
actually, I have, haven't I?
Yeah,
We've got a bloody 20-car convoy. We've been tag along tours again, Ronnie. We're planning this out a little bit now. What needs to get done in the near future to get us ready and sorted? Now, I think you're pretty much okay, but maybe, and probably Jaden, to be honest, as well. Your car's quite set up, ready to go.
Yeah.
But what are the necessities around this time? Hopefully it's in a 2 to 3 or 4 months, whenever it might be. But how do we go about getting sorted to get ready for this trip?
Well, I'll definitely start booking in. If there's any mods that you guys really, really need to do,
Yep.
you guys, you got to just book them in now.
Yep.
Even if you're still saving up for it, just book it in. Book it in, because when it gets closer, it just won't be enough time.
Yep.
So I'm driving to Sydney soon, and with the Quartermaster, and I am attempting to get we're talking in 3 weeks' time.
Yep.
I'm attempting to get extended range fuel tank, a bull bar, the tray swap, and a canopy.
Yep.
And an awning, and that's probably maybe some upper wheels and tires. Yeah.
Jeez.
So
Dreaming,
you know,
mate.
If anyone can do it, you can.
don't be me.
Yeah.
Don't do what I do.
Do the opposite of what I do.
Yeah. I'm pushing shit uphill. It's just so hard to get things moving sometimes.
Yep.
But to be fair, like, I haven't had a car for very long, but I want to get moving on this because I've got 2 cars to sort of do at the same time. So I've really got to start moving on both of them. So with the Prado, I was going to use a Prado maybe for the Amberdale. That also needs to be fitted out in the rear.
Yep.
So that's not ready to live out of. That's it's just a weekend warrior, city car weekend warrior at the moment. There's no like extra power or anything in it. It'll literally be just swag and boxes, which is fine, but not for the Amberdale highway if I'm going to be charging camera equipment and stuff. So the only car that's ready is a 76. Really.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to take then. You have to take that.
Well, putting that into perspective, I mean, I've got more time for the Amberdale, that's fine. But that's where I'll say just book it in now, and if you need to save up, and that could even be a tough dog tip of the week, really. But I know you guys have you had a good one before, but there's an extra one.
Yeah. Well, mate, we'll take extras where we can.
Take extras.
And you need to get your ass down to Tyrepower.
I know.
Get those bigger wheels on, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Get
But
that
it's
lift
actually
on.
it's up at AGD at the moment. Who I've been doing to sort out my stuff. They've been really great getting me in and kitting me out. So the spotties are going on at the moment. Aerial getting the UHF all wired up, ready to go, and snorkel. So we're away on that. And then once I get the slippers on, and the tough dog in.
Oh, mate, we were having a chat with Tyrepower last week about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back store. Gonna go see Mal.
Yeah, nice.
And he's got a little special spot for you, mate.
Ooh,
Line it up.
I think, Mel,
So
good
we're
man,
on.
Mel.
We're on.
So which
awesome.
one of those 58 stores in WA is that store?
Guess how many? Did you hear how many?
sounded good,
Did you
Ronnie.
hear the start of the show?
Oh, yeah,
Joshy,
no, you missed the start of the show.
I asked Joshy. I said, "Mate, how many stores in WA alone do you think
think I
Tyrepower
know,
have?" Joshy said 14. I was like, it's a fair enough
34
guess.
short,
It's
mate.
powerful when you say 58 there's barely 58 towns
Well,
in
that's
WA.
I started doing the numbers, mate.
Yeah, no,
I think Josh knew he was just setting us up for a good one.
It's good. I
Good
told
lineup.
wow, 58. Yeah, no, it's perfect. But so for
So,
me,
I mean, there's a valid. I mean, if it was a guess, it's a valid guess.
oh mate, I actually thought so too. Like, when you sit back and think 58 is a lot.
Totally.
It's a
in the
lot.
one
It's a
state.
lot.
How many in Perth?
You're testing me now.
Oh, about
Don't know.
57.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
I think it's near 40 or something.
Is it?
Yeah, well,
right.
they're across it. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It actually might be up towards 61 or something now. Tyrepower.
Yeah. Actually, we might need to update.
We may need an
buddy.
update.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, how many in Victoria?
Oh, Ronnie, I don't know, mate. You're stretching me now.
homework.
By the sound of it, they just
342.
put them in a petrol station over here. So I'll go with 57.
Yeah, probably right there.
Every state.
WA
57.
doing it well.
73.
73 in
73 in Victoria.
There you go.
Oh, you are joking. Wow.
Yeah.
It's huge. That's massive.
Wow.
Thanks, mate. You set us up again. Yeah, you knew it.
That's gold.
That is.
Well done. So, mate, for me, who I haven't done a big desert trip before. Like we were just chatting about our trip, but we're not off road. For potentially a week straight with no other, one fuel stop maybe if they're around. I don't know, but I've never been this long off grid. What do you think I'm in for, and what do you think some of the surprises are going to be? Just more about the actual travel and the travel time and the travel that we're doing. More so than like the landscape. I think I'm going to be in awe of that the whole time. But in terms of the genuine travel,
I think I remember when we travelled back from Adelaide to Perth. You guys were like hanging for your night camp experience, and I was trying my best not to make to try and I think you're going to experience a lot of that.
okay,
Brilliant.
Because when it comes to filming, because we're actually filming it as well. So, it's going to take a bit longer, but you will get the chance to see many of the places that are a place of interest on the way, and many that aren't on the way.
Yep.
So, you might see things that no one else has seen before, because we're going to stop in so many random places and be hanging around for a while, setting up things. No?
Yeah. No, mate, I'm keen for that too, because I think that's part of what we spoke about plenty of times on here is like taking the time out, and you guys do it to film and to showcase it, and it takes a little bit extra because you need to set up all the gear, but it actually gives it, how well is that going to break the trip up? Like Jade and I might punch on a little bit quicker every now and then just to kick our feet up.
Just a little bit.
But I reckon it's going to be a fun experience to see how you operate in that field as well, because that is your 9 to 5. Like it's going to be cool to witness how your team works in that space.
Yeah, it's my 20 to 24.
Yeah. Actually, you're about right there. Okay, you're a bit short.
Yeah. I often used to get worried about bringing people along with these trips around filming and stuff, because I had trouble with like feeling guilty about keeping people waiting, and I'm like, gosh, I've got to get moving here, because they're coming along. They're essentially on a holiday, but you're holding them up and stuff like that. But then as time goes, I just tell people, look, where I'm going, like this is what we're doing, and yeah. So some of them say, yeah, that's all good. And they get there and they're like, oh wow, I didn't realize there was that much work involved.
Yeah.
And this much stopping and how long it takes to get from A to B. So it'll definitely be an eye opener for you. But I think you'll genuinely enjoy it, because I think you have your expectation of it would be somewhat accurate.
Yep.
But I think what you'll be blown away with is the environment, like you were talking about. And I think not just what you're seeing, but I think the sense of remoteness is probably what's going to hit home all of a sudden.
Yep.
So you can't predict when it's going to happen. Everyone's different. It's just going to hit all of a sudden.
Yeah, righto.
Now, how do you go with pooing in the bush?
Pretty good at doing that anywhere, but you got to go. You got to go.
Question.
Yeah, as long. I'm actually. To be honest, I'm okay.
Bit of a pro.
I'm okay with it. I'm not
Bit
a
of a
pro,
professional.
but just
Do it a lot.
not a lot.
Okay.
But no, I am happy to go.
Doesn't have a toilet at home.
My yard is full of holes.
How the Renault's going, mate?
Yeah. So a bit of a squidgy base, if you get me.
So
no, I'm okay, but I understand that I will be doing that quite regularly.
Well, it depends if you're a regular person.
I am a regular dude.
A couple of hunt and brews will sort you out, mate.
Especially with the amount of hunt and brews you'll be feeding. I'll need it.
It's a genuine question because many people I'll have to say many people they kind of like it's like 3 to 4 days is generally until like there's no holding back now. You know, that happens to a lot of people. But then once that happens, it's all fine. But just you know, just putting it out there because it's one of those things that people don't talk about, but it's one of those things that are like, it's always a conversation out there.
Yep, I understand that. It's actually Lauren and I watched the other night that poop cruise.
I've seen that.
Where's this going?
No. We watched the train wreck poop cruise or whatever it was called. Disgusting.
Me and Josh had the same thoughts going on there.
I do go off track quite a bit, but not going anywhere dangerous there.
I watched the. That's nuts. That thing, eh?
That is nasty. Man. Nasty.
Yeah. You'd rather be in the bush for sure.
100%. 100%. Hey, mate, should we get to around the fire pit now? There is one in there.
There's one other question I got for you, Duggo.
Oh, yep. Sorry, mate. Yep.
Hygiene-wise, with like showers and stuff, how do you go without showers? Or I think we had this conversation before, but how many days?
No, I'm actually fine with that. I think it's like funny because I, with my job, shower probably more than the average person because we're, so often sweaty and just, you might twice a day. Yeah, dirty. Thanks, Jaden.
That's the word you're looking for?
Yeah, but no, I'm pretty good once like I'm camping. Like it's almost like a mindset shift where it's just like I'm going to be living in a little bit of filth here. Yeah. And I kind of, wouldn't say I enjoy it, but I kind of embrace it. Yeah.
There's some neat little things that you'll see along the way that I think you'll appreciate.
Yeah. I'm going to be a different setup too because I'm not going to have a lot of like I don't have water tanks and stuff like that going on too. So I'm going to have to be sort of I got the on tap. Yeah. That was actually a recommendation of yours.
Fine. So I'll give you a bit of an idea. I mean, there is a fuel stop halfway along, bit over halfway.
Yeah.
You can get showers there.
Oh, right.
There are water tanks at some of the campsites, but they're not for showers. They're like that's like survival water.
Yeah,
you can drink it.
Yep.
Still boil it though. But when it comes to the hygiene part, we always allow enough water for, say, at least a shower.
Yep.
In between certain points, but
the
other sections, we just get a billy can, heat it up like to boiling, and then pour it onto a cloth, and then you swing the cloth around a few times.
Yep.
Just so it's just, you can just handle it, and then start with your face first.
Yeah.
and like, you know what I mean.
I'll start downstairs and throw it to Jaden.
Oh my God.
Jaden, cheers, mate.
But it's like being on a plane, right? And they hand you those hot towels.
Yeah. That's bloody lovely. That is.
Be the point.
That's first class. Never with that is.
No, come on, boys. That's everywhere.
It happens all the time, Duggo. Yeah.
What? Eddie, I reckon Eddie had. I went on an Emirates or one of them.
Emirates. Jeez, must be nice.
Oh, here we go.
Must be very nice.
Singapore Airlines does it. I think most airlines do it.
Singapore Airlines.
Yeah, I reckn they have to on the overseas
boys.
trip. Yeah.
Air Asia for this for the battlers over here.
Hey, I've done Air Asia too. Don't worry.
I've heard that Convoy Ronda does that across the Ambadel too.
What was that? Sorry.
I heard that Convoy Ronda does that across the Ambadel too.
Oh, Ronda.
Convoy Ronda. Let's go.
Oh, mate.
No, I like it. I'm thinking up some ideas now.
I think my plan was to get a water tank, but I don't know what to put in the 76. I've been looking at those footwell ones. I can get footwell for the rear, but I don't know how that goes. Don't know. Julka, I've heard, do some good stuff.
Ronny's shaking his head. I don't know if you can see that.
Ronny, what are you doing?
The footwell ones are a bit of a pain in the ass because the water's split and you got to tap on both sides. So once you sort of run short on one side, then you got to use the other side. But then if you're full driving, it might be that side, it might be this side.
Yeah.
And you hear that you got a sloshing as well.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
It's not a bad idea, I guess. But I'll just put a jerry can behind your seat. of water, and then have another jerry can somewhere else with water. But we need to catch up, have a discussion, and see who can carry, who's going to carry this, who's going to carry that.
Yeah,
split the load. Someone can carry more water, someone can carry more tools, etc. So
just remember, be nice, boys. I'm in a ute with a tray.
Yeah. So Duggo's volunteered to take everything. Thanks, mate.
I think I'm actually.
Nice
I think I might remove the dog box. I'm thinking.
Nah, we need somewhere to put you when you get time out, mate.
Playing up.
I might find a dog out there I want to take home.
Poor Lauren, coming home with strays.
There's plenty of camels out there, so we can spread the load.
That's true. Fit one of them in there. Yeah. All right, let's get to around the fire pit while we've got you, mate, and then you are off the hook, Ronnie. I'm only saying this because a lot of the messages come through from our listeners that I cannot answer. So while we've got Ronnie, we'll use it. So let's get to around the fire pit, mate.
G'day, gents. Miguel here from Brisbane. Just been listening to the latest podcast where Ronnie's asked the boys if they reckon he should go full or half canopy first. I guess, firstly, I love the Ineos. I think it's a great four-wheel drive, so keen to see how it all goes, Ronnie. I'm a uni student on a tight budget, so can't afford one of them. But, I think they're a great four-wheel drive option. And, keen to see how they survive the Australian conditions, especially under your, let's say, maybe adventures. But with that half canopy and full canopy, Ronnie, are you going to do two sets of setups? Like, you're going to have two fridges, two drawers, two battery systems, pie warmers, whatever you're going to put in the canopies. Are you going to have two sets? Are you going to put the second battery system in that second row floor section in the Ineos and then run Andersons out to power up the canopies? You're going to pull the drawers and fridges out between the canopies so you only have one set, I guess. What are your plans with that? I'd be keen to hear as well with if you're going to go solars, if you're going to do rooftop tents and stuff like that. I don't know. Keen to hear what you're going to do there. Best of luck and thanks for the podcast, boys. It's great to listen to and get inspired on things I can do with my 150 Prado that I'm building. So cheers, thanks.
Great question. I've got a lot to learn again about canopies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with pretty much the works, what's in there. And then from there, it's like working out what am I actually using and what am I not using. And then that'll be a slow process of okay, well, didn't use this, so maybe you try again. Okay, still didn't use it. That comes out. This comes out. Now, the main reason for that is I've been out of a canopy for so long. And when I did a canopy on my 79, I ballsed it up a fair bit for making it work with what I had. I did like how I had the tyre in the front in this cage. So the canopy that I did, I had a tyre in the back and I had a second tyre in this cage. I did like how I did that, but the rest was very, very basic and bare and didn't really have any structure to follow. But I don't really want to put a spoiler alert out, but the canopy system that I'll be working with has rails at the top where you can move stuff around. They have set things. So starting with a set thing and then going back from that, I think is the best way to sort of work out exactly what I would actually use. But it's going to be different for everyone. So if I went to design something completely to this is how I would do it, I'll probably fuck it up, to be honest, because leave it to the experts, but then figure out how I would use that. And then, okay, so I would actually do this different. I would do this different. I wouldn't need this much power or I need more power. I think that's where the learning curve is going to come from. But I am drawing the line in that in induction. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, all right. No induction.
No induction.
No slide out induction.
Gas or fire. Gas or fire.
There you go.
Jeez.
Harry Fisher sort of style.
Yeah.
It's good by Miguel though. And when you say that, if you're going to go the works to start off, anything you don't need, I may. So just mate, don't throw it straight in the bin.
Yeah, just buy it all, and then if you don't need it, just give it to me.
And if you want to buy two, I mean, I don't know.
Look, when I say the works as well, it's not like the works burger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The works is what I consider the works is like, there might be 2 batteries.
Yeah.
There's a pie warmer.
Yeah.
That's the works to me.
Yeah.
Whereas the works to some people would be that plus this, plus this.
Yeah,
plus
every
this.
bit of space filled up with a certain drawer and a pull down, and this folds away, and behind that there's this, and I know what you mean.
One side of it is going to, this spoiler alert, one side I'm going to keep very empty and very adaptable, if that makes sense.
Yep.
The top rails, you can wherever things are, you can slide them around and shift them.
So handy.
I'm actually quite excited about this, but I've learned a lot just for a couple of days, just sort of looking around and checking it out, and I can't wait to actually get it and tinker with it. But as you would understand, if I'm trying to get this on before I'm going to Sydney, I need to have enough time so I know how to load the stuff into it and things, because otherwise it's going to be a freaking mess.
Yeah, you get over there and people will be asking, how did you do this? It's like, I don't know. I just got put in yesterday.
Just threw it in.
I don't know.
But I'll tell you what, though, the half canopy is where the biggest challenge is going to be.
Yep.
Because what do you put in a half canopy?
The works is very different in a half canopy, that's for sure.
But still the works, depending on your perspective.
Yeah,
no, because that's where I'm not going to do the works, because if you do the works, there's no room for changing, if that makes sense. And that's why I'm going to do the full canopy before the half canopy.
Oh, so you've made that call?
I've made that call because if I go to works in a half canopy, I might absolutely hate it because there's no room or something.
Yeah.
Or I might absolutely love it. But there's always something I'm going to want to change, right? Where location of things are. So I figured the only way really is because it's been, how long's it been? Like over 10 years since I had a canopy like that.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where start with that. Let's work out what goes into the smaller one.
Yep. Don't mind it.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
You've always got a 3/4 as well.
Oh, here we
or
go.
a 1/4.
Oh,
Test them all out.
Spanner in
Yeah, I don't think they're actually true half though, are they? They're like a third or I don't know.
be a bit
Length
shorter.
down the tray.
They got many names.
So Ronny, he's going to start with the full canopy on the back of the Quartermaster. My idea was start with the half, but we debate. We didn't debate. We just spoke about this last week.
Yeah, Duggo argued heavily about it. He was very strong.
I went home crying. And Ronny still didn't go with me. So, but no, it's the half canopy is basically what I've got on the back, but it would be in a more not a dog box style. It's like proper enclosed, and probably a meter. The meter is more the half style.
Yeah, depends. I mean, there's many different ones out there. Right?
Yeah, there's 700, 800, 1,000 mil,
and then tub space after that.
Yeah.
I prefer that one, to be honest with you.
Full to half.
Yeah, I prefer the half to the full.
It makes a lot of sense when. I mean, you could go for hours on it, but it makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense in that way, and that's how I was thinking to start with. But now that I'm like actually like, no, this is we're close to like now we're going to put it on. It's like let's go full first because I have to be honest, I have no idea what I need to actually put in there. So. That's where I'm at. I mean, I'm not like have absolutely no idea. It's like have no idea how to work with what's in there, and is it going to be necessary? The only way to find out is just let's go this without this, just that, and then start with that, and then from there, people will then figure out themselves as well when they're people will probably like things that I don't like, and vice versa.
100%. Mate, we're going to leave you there. We're pretty time poor here actually as well. Jaden's got another commitment in 5 minutes. So thanks for jumping on, mate. Appreciate it. Only room for one message there, but thank you, Miguel. Mate, good luck with whatever you got going on. I know you're a busy man, so give yourself some time to have a break. Just remember that.
A timeout, mate.
It's okay, all right?
Take a timeout just whenever you need it. Thanks for jumping on, mate. Catch up with you.
Thanks, Ronny.
Yeah, cheers. Nice to meet you, Josh.
You too, mate. Enjoy.
Take it easy, mate. Enjoy those 73 stores.
Will do. I will.
See you, boys.
See you, mate. All right. Good to go?
Yeah, mate, you could have just kept going.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Podcast professional?
This can keep
or
going. Not a podcast professional. No certificate
Ever done this
whatsoever.
before, mate? What are you, 100 episodes of this?
Experienced, some may say. Still no good. A lot would say.
Still no good.
Mate, thanks for jumping on, Joshy. Now, you're about to take off to London with your lovely partner, Abby. Yep. You're doing a 2-year stint over there.
2-year little stint over there, yep.
One thing we've learned from the big Turk being over there, he misses being in the outdoors, in the Aussie bush, Aussie beach. How are you going to get your fix over there, you reckon?
That's a great question.
Do you think you need it? Like, just in wrapping up, this is just off the cuff stuff.
That is a fierce. I think in visit time, it will be very much get home to the marsh and then further beyond that too, down to Mortlake in the southwest.
Yep.
I think as the big Turk's done it, get over to the likes of Morocco and everywhere.
Yeah.
I suppose there's a bit of a playground over there as well. You mightn't see it in your Central Europe as such, but go explore those kind of areas up to Iceland and Scandinavia and have a look.
Yeah, well, we've actually got one of our we've got a couple of listeners over there actually who are like Quartermaster people. Right. So if you need if you want to give us a bell, we'll get you in contact if you need to go for a drive. But who's in Montenegro right now? I should have this because Tom's in Montenegro on a trip.
Patron member Tom.
Yeah, patron member Tom.
Right.
Unbelievable. But yeah, anyway, I was curious after hearing all that. So I was like, that's one thing that the Turk. His name's Hamish. We call him the Turk.
We're loving this plug too much.
But yeah, I was just wondering because like, there's not a lot of it there.
For sure. And that's the thing. I don't know a lot either. For instance, Tom in Montenegro. So
there is a lot of it there.
Yep.
I just think in the middle of London, there's not. You're going to have to get out.
There
There is a lot of it there.
Yep.
But just where you are, no. But
great. Good chat.
No, that's good. Mate, thanks for coming on. I mean, this was not at all planned. This was a genuine chat this morning, people. I think you've done pretty well, mate.
Thank you, boys. It's been very good fun.
And your experience is actually I'll probably sell you short a little bit on your experience sort of, in the outdoors camping and all that sort of stuff too. Like, I know you would play it down, but it's actually cool. You've done a bit right from the age you could, basically. And we did a little bit as kids, not a heap, but
sounds like Josh and I are going to need to have a chat about a new host of the Forward Drive pod, don't you?
Well,
that's the other thing.
I know. Ronny never rocks up. It's weird. What's he doing? Oh, you mean me?
No, that's right.
Happy with that, Jaden. That's a podcast,
mate,
right there.
That is a
with
podcast.
My brother. I never thought I'd do a podcast with my brother.
I didn't think I'd be on here as a van fan. So.
Well done.
Mate, we've got to have you on again for a proper yarn, proper chat.
Yeah, bloody oath. A bit more
good.
prepared.
Yeah, a bit more prepared.
No, that was good fun. All right. Sure. That's the Forward Drive podcast, powered by Tyrepower. Thanks again for listening or viewing, however you do it. Southern Riverband with Let It Ride to see us out. The Forward Drive podcast on Instagram. That's our YouTube channel now too. We've moved away from the back chat side of things. We're still with them. YouTube is Forward Drive Podcast. Thank you for your support and patrons. Stick around. Have you got 2 minutes, Jade?
Yeah, mate.
All right, we'll do it. See you soon, patrons.